Hi, I'm Chef Bill Quick, culinary arts instructor with WYKE Technical College. Today we're going to make cannolis. So we're going to start with our cannoli dough here. We're going to roll it out, or you're going to roll it by hand. I'll show you a little trick where you could actually use a pasta roller if you have one. Makes it really easy to make these. You make them at home, you'll never buy them again. They're really good, really easy to make. So here we go. So we're going to start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of shortening in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and work this in with my fingers. Like this. And just work it in good like you would a pie dough, kind of. You want a little crumblies in there, kind of down to the size of peas. But you kind of work it in pretty good. And this is all, you don't need a mixer for this. You can do it all by hand. I've seen it done right on the bench in a well, kind of like the old-fashioned way they made pasta. This is like making a pasta, pretty much. Just put a little extra stuff in it. Okay. Once we get that worked in pretty good like that, we're going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and you can add more of that if you like. It's really up to you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mix that in. You can add 1 egg, crack it in there, just break it right in. And this is marsala. This is a 1/4 cup of marsala wine in there. Just use your fingers, go ahead and break it up. Mix it in. This is going to be a really stiff dough. So you really got to work it in, really squeeze it in there. In a minute here we're going to transfer it to the table here, and we're going to knead it in. You see it's that nice brown color from the marsala. You can smell the cinnamon in the marsala. And marsala is just wine with a lot of herbs in it. So herbs and spices, not herbs, actually just spices. So it's got a lot of spices and things that are in there already. And this ball that we're making here will make a lot of cannolis. So you can cut this in half if you like. Go ahead, I'm going to put it out here on the bench now. Okay, you see it's still pretty dry. Now I'm just going to start kneading it together. We're going to keep pulling it in and kneading it. And if you want to use the machine, you can. Sometimes it's just fun to get your hands in there and knead. All right, we'll mix it nice together. So we want to knead this pretty good. Get it all in there. I'm moving the table. So we'll knead it up pretty good. Okay, and probably for the sake of time here, I'm just going to go ahead and, we have one ready to go. So we would knead that till it's nice and smooth, like this. See, this is one that we did earlier. This is half a recipe. Okay, so now, there's 2 ways you can roll this out. You can see it's pretty stiff. This was made yesterday, and you can make it a few days in advance, right? And I'm just going to tap it a little bit with this to get it together. You see it's a real stiff dough. We'll flatten it out like that, and we can roll this out, or we can go ahead and use our pasta press here. So I'll put on the widest opening and just feed it in, and you'll see. Let's take a little bit of it first here. May roll it out a bit. It's pretty cold, but you see, you can really get it out there pretty stiff. You really got to lean on it. There we go. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put it in our pasta roller now. Force it in there. Let it go. Look how nice and easy that is. So I'm going to just fold it a couple times and run it through just to smooth it out a little bit. Oh, I broke it. There it goes. One more time. See how it gets smoother every time I put it through? Do it again. And this is at the widest setting. That's pretty good right there. Now we're going to go down one. Run it through again. And again. Just keep decreasing the width of this roller. And we're on 4. This machine goes to 7. And we're probably going to stop at about 5. This is 5 here. And if you like them even lighter and crispier, you can go all the way to 6. We'll go to 6. I wouldn't go to 7. They'll be too thin. They'll just fall apart in your hands. And you'll see how big this dough goes now. This is a half of that recipe that I made. Look at that. Okay. So there it is. We're just going to let this dry a little bit. A little flour on there so it doesn't stick to the bench. Okay, so now all we have to do with this is we're going to go cut our shape. And I've taken a little piece of plastic here and just cut kind of an oval shape to it. We'll set it on our dough here. Go ahead and cut around like this. Oops, don't cut the plastic. There it is. And we have our cannoli tube right here. We'll put it on. We're going to just take a little beaten egg up here. Beat it up real quick. Okay, we'll pick it up. Wrap it. We're just going to take with our finger a little bit of egg and lay it right here, roll it over, and then I just like to give it just a little roll back and forth to keep it together. And then this will be fried. About 400 degrees, regular just all-purpose oil, frying oil, salad oil. Okay? The other thing you can do is, if you don't have the cannoli tubes, you can go ahead and just make these in strips like this. Clean them up a little bit. Nice little squares. And don't throw this out. You start again. You put it all together, roll it back in, and keep going. Here's nice. We'll make nice little squares with this. And you can fry it like this. Same effect, same thing, just not rolled up. Okay? So what we do is after we roll it on the tube, or you just cut your squares, just drop it into oil about 400 degrees and fry it till it's really nice and crispy. I usually fry it until the bubbles go away. The bubbles indicate that there's still moisture in there, and you don't want any moisture left in there because it'll make it soggy. You want them to be very, very crisp. And they usually, traditionally, are fried really, really well, really, really dark. So this is perfect right here. So here we are. We fried our cannoli shell. It's not round, right? You don't really need it round. Here's the cannoli cream we've made. This is just ricotta that's been pressed. I'm going to go ahead and put some ricotta in between. This ricotta with cream with chocolate chips and powdered sugar, and we've pressed it overnight. And we can go ahead and set that off to the side a little bit like that. This is really nice presentation like this. You can put a little whipped cream on there. There's a little strawberry on there. You can add a little chocolate sauce on there if you like. Traditionally they're dipped in chocolate. And there's our plate, pretty much. A lot easier than wrapping them in a tube. I'm Chef Bill Quick with Fukuchi Technical College. For any information on this program or any other programs, please give us a call. Thank you.